It's 3 in the 303 with KOSI 101.1. Jenny D, Tammy Oakland, Kathie J, and well, I guess we're going to talk about the elephants in the room.
Yeah. you can show yours. I don't think wait, hold up.
Oh,
yeah.
Sexy.
Okay,
Are we
hurt.
calling the? Are you
right?
okay?
I'm good.
Are we calling them like the cozy injuries, the cozy,
Cozy klutzes?
the
I don't know.
cozy
Yeah.
klutzes? Well,
Yes.
All right. So how's everything going, you two?
So-
Did I miss anything?
Did you miss anything?
So-
You know, I come in the afternoon. Have I missed anything?
Wait, how are you like escaping all of this?
Let
know.
me escape because
Oh,
I've had my days.
Yeah.
This is all you.
Yeah, it was funny though because I had a comedian in and she was walking down the hallway and I was like telling about my injury and then Tammy comes in her crutches and like she goes,
You're like, this is
what
my
is
coworker."
going on with the cozy people? Like, am I safe in here?
Yeah, it was hysterical.
Okay.
I turned around and I'm like, oh no.
So then we
She's
blame
got a
Steve.
point.
We're like, Steve just has a temper because out of all
Right,
of us,
he's a kitten.
He is,
right.
so
But
chill.
I just love the fact that I loved your video, by the way, of you two leaning on each other.
I was like, you
Opening
can
the
help me
door.
with these things.
Right. Oh my God, you trying to open up the aspirin bottle is my favorite, and then you guys taking them together. Like I get,
Oh, yeah.
so
That actually
funny,
turned out
so
pretty
funny.
cute.
We
It
had
was
pretty
great.
fun. And she's like, well, I got to kick somebody. I'm like, Steve.
Yeah, right. That was great.
And then the little
you did kick her for him. That was amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I wasn't
right.
expecting her to actually
I know.
kick him.
Don't
And I was like,
challenge
oh.
Jenny D to
How many other
anything.
opportunities am I going
Right,
to have to kick
right.
somebody and be like, sorry, Tammy
Sorry,
made me do
she
it.
said it.
Yeah,
Good for
it
her.
wasn't
Tammy
me.
made me.
I had to do it.
Totally.
That's the best
Totally.
video ever. So you guys are handling it very well.
By the way, thank you for the knee scooter. Kathie J brought in a knee scooter because I was supposed to be on crutches and a boot until we get my
Yeah.
MRI, find out what's going on. And
She's getting pretty good at that, too.
She really is.
Dude, I can cruise in that knee scooter. So
Well, be
thank
careful
you.
because it's not this like
Oh,
sturdy
yeah.
as.
We did a different video, and she was trying to mock me out, and then all of a sudden she falls into the wall. I'm like,
I saw that. I saw that.
And of course, as we're doing this, like all of our big bosses are in a huge meeting right there.
Outside, that's the big executive
Yeah.
conference room.
Yeah,
it was a
and
little
the executives
embarrassing.
were all in there, and we're like,
Hey, you know radio people.
we
Always
have
silly.
fun. We have
Oh
fun.
my gosh. Okay,
But-
so are you telling people what you did? Are
Well,
you
yeah,
being
so
honest?
I-
Are you talking about your spy secret life? What are you guys sharing
that
with
should
your
be a
indie?
better, like that would be
Ooh,
way
I
better.
know.
We need to come up with
Right?
something.
Something.
'Cause
Like
the
you and I
actual
started a
story?
fight club.
Right. Oh.
But we don't talk about Fight Club, so this will be the shortest podcast ever.
Right.
Yeah, so I was, gardening and everything, and I have this huge lilac bush, the one that's right behind, like, in my patio. And I'm like, you know what? I got this. Like, I can do this.
Right.
Well, all I had was, like, the pruning shears.
Okay.
So I'm, like, sitting there, and it's, like, some big thing. And
Yeah,
so
yeah.
my kids come out, of course. They're like, doo-doo-doo. What are you doing, Mom? Because they're freeloaders, and they don't actually help.
They're young. They're young.
They're supervising.
I don't care when I was that age. My dad would have sent me out there to do it.
You're right.
Yeah.
I was doing stuff. Yeah, but
But so they came out like, what you doing? As they're like slurping on a popsicle or whatever else, and I'm over here doing manual labor.
and you're trying to like
And
saw
I'm
away
trying to.
slowly at a
But
branch.
it's like when your kids like, and I don't know if it's because I'm a single mom, like I want them to show, like I want to show them that I can do everything, and
totally.
that I'm
Right.
strong.
Yes.
When I'm apparently not. So I'm like doing it, and I'm like, yeah, this big branch. I got this.
Yeah, right.
Like making all the noises.
Right.
Well, the pruning shears like slip, and so the like blunt part of it cracked a rib.
Oh.
Hit so hard it cracked a rib, and I'm like,
Like in this right here.
oh yeah,
Okay.
oh
all
yeah,
right.
and I'm like, Mom, are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. Fine. Go inside. Go watch TV. Whatever. And so then, as I'm doing the motion and everything, it was started to hurt. I was like, all right, well, okay, this sucks, but I still have to next morning wake up and plant my flowers and finish all the other stuff. Like trying to do the lawnmower is the worst because the pole
Yeah,
one.
right.
And I'm
Oh.
like, my ribs broke. I'm in like a sling, and I'm like, oh God. So then at one point I have Maddie come out, and I'm like, you pull it, and I'll hold the
Right.
lawnmower. Like,
Did
trying
it
to
work?
find
Was
ways
she
around
strong
it.
enough to get it going?
No, so then I ended up having to do it.
So
anyway.
at this point, did
Oh,
you know
Jenny.
you cracked your rib?
I
Or you
didn't know. I just
kinda
knew. I thought I was like,
you
oh,
just
I pulled a
bruised.
muscle or something.
Very
I was like,
pain.
ow, ow, ow.
Right.
And you're still going.
And I'm
Right.
like, all
Still
right.
going.
And I'm
Okay.
still doing all of it.
And
so.
then what ended
So
up
then
happening
all
here?
of a sudden, like the next, what was it, 2 days later, like all of a sudden my fingers are like numb. Like I'm like, tingly. And sometimes that happens like when I sleep or whatever
yeah,
also
yeah.
because we use so much with our minds. Well, then all of a sudden the pain doesn't go away. Like it's like when you sit on your hand for or foot or whatever
Right.
else.
Yeah.
The numbness was there.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
and I was like, okay, well, this is a little weird. So I started wearing a little brace in here, and I was like, okay. And then one
Going
day,
bowling.
I went bowling. I went bowling.
You did
I took the kids
not.
You
bowling.
did
I
it.
did, but-
Jenny, oh my god.
But I was like, I wore the other brace. Like, I went bowling.
With
and
a
I
I
bowled with this
rib?
hand.
yeah. Like, these
Was
things
it for
we do
charity?
kids.
Why did you? Do
Yeah, it was a charity. If my kids were like, I can't go to the pool. It was rainy for like 4 days. I'm like,
that's a
I got to
good
get him
point.
out somewhere. And I've got a new roommate.
Okay.
And he's like so cute. He's a cutie patootie. And he loves
Okay.
to bowl. So we're like, oh, we'll go bowling with the roommate.
Jenny,
Oh my God.
You actually bowled. Like, you could let them bowl. And
No,
you can
no,
sit
no,
you
back,
just sat there and
eat some French
right,
fries.
right.
But then I
So
can't
when
beat them. Like I have like a
the competitor. There it is. There it is. Okay.
And I'm like, oh,
so she
then-
hobbled up,
So I
threw the
woke
ball.
up- yeah. So I woke up the next morning and I was like, oh my gosh, like it hurts so bad. So Steve keeps giving me a hard time because I haven't gone to the doctor yet. But I'm like,
Wait a minute. That is not.
I went to the doctor for the broken rib, but then
not
I
That's
now,
not a
Hands?
prescribed wristband
No,
that you
no,
have now
no.
put on you.
no.
Jenny.
So you really don't know what's going on in there.
I know it hurts when I take it off.
What is she doing?
I've been icing it. Like
I have been here before, so the fact that now I know why people's eyes pop out when I be like, look, I fell down the stairs. I found this cast in
Well,
my
I went-
closet,
it's
and
expensive.
I don't know if it fits me right or not.
when
but now
I went
it's
to the emergency room, like
Oh
the
my
urgent care,
God.
like when I went there to get the like because they did like the X-ray and stuff, and he's like, yeah, it's broken. Only one rib though. Like I wasn't cool enough to break several of them.
How much
just
for
one
one
rib.
rib?
But
Just
I-
one
you
rib.
want it
I was like, do I get
several?
but I was like, do I get a discount because it's only one? Like,
Okay.
So,
Oh my
but like, and there's
goodness.
there's nothing they can do with it.
Right,
That's
they
the
just
thing
have to
is-
fuse back together
Like, yeah.
without
It's just
you
gotta heal,
bowling.
yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Without you bowling.
Well,
So-
now I have this
Girl.
and this, and I'm like, oh my god.
But you don't know what's. I mean, you could.
Yeah,
that
like,
sounds like a
I
pinched
know.
nerve or something.
I know, but what if I go in and like pay another, couple $100, and they're like, "Yeah, no, you just have to let it heal."
Yeah, welcome
You're
to
doing
my
what you have to
world.
do. I know.
Yeah.
And that's the
okay,
thing, is,
right.
like, I
so
feel
then
like
you
we
have
were
that.
on this weird,
so where
like-
did you get? Did you Amazon this piece of
went
hardware
to
that you're
Walgreens.
wearing?
Went to Walgreens.
That's where
You
I
can
got
get
one there. I
anything at
got
the
you.
stores
Sure
and on
can.
Amazon.
But
All
I'm
right.
like, we mom it. Like,
we totally
I'm like,
mommed it. Okay.
Life has to go on, and you got to keep doing things, and you just
Right.
bandage and go. I
But
get that.
this is okay. But this is how bigger problems happen.
I know.
Okay, I know.
I will
That's
go on
true.
Monday. Just got to get in. I
If
don't
it
have a
doesn't
primary
feel
care anymore
better-
either, though.
I don't
Oh, what?
either.
What?
I've
Yeah.
been waiting for I haven't had one in like a year or 2 years. So,
Yeah,
because I've been
I'm-
dealing with my heart
Ow.
doctor. So I just, that's the more important stuff.
Yeah.
So I haven't
know
really
what?
dealt with it.
I can't give you guys a hard time about this because now that you mention that, like when I had my injury and I had to call my primary, she's like, "When's the last time you were in?" And I'm like, "I don't know." And it had been a while since
Oh,
I
yeah.
seen my primary, and she's like, "Well, thank goodness you're still on our list."
I've had the same one since I was 16.
We didn't
and he's
kick you out of
awesome,
the
but
system.
He's like getting ready to retire, so it's like he never. So I'm like,
I've
okay.
had mine forever too, and I'm like, "What do you mean you're gonna kick me out?" Like I've
That's
had
what
you, like,
happened. Mine
forever.
retired.
Yeah.
I loved her so much.
Oh, I know,
I
and it's
hate it
hard
when that
because like I
happens.
don't want to break in somebody with my crazy yet.
Well, yeah,
especially
you're gonna
like go
have
walk in,
to.
you're like, I need to do my physical. Oh, and then this might be
Right.
broken or something.
And I have
Yeah.
this.
And
And,
then
don't
this, and
forget
then- yeah.
about right.
Well, I'm just like
long
a
as I
busted,
have you.
busted suitcase trying to travel, man. But so, and if you have a recommendation, please like let it like
for what
especially
a
down south,
primary,
primary.
a wrist, which
Yeah,
part,
all
which
of
part
the
of your
above.
life.
Yes, and also if you
landscaper.
happen to have like helmets and a whole bubble suit that I could wear for a
Right,
little
right.
bit until these, But
Right.
it's of
What-
course right at the beginning of the summer, and
Oh,
the
yeah.
kids are like, I want to go here, I want to go do this. I'm like,
That's the worst part. Like I've been waiting to go paddle boarding. We've been waiting to go swimming.
Yep.
We've been waiting to go hiking. And then I'm like, I'm in a boot.
Yeah. Okay,
in a
so
boot.
now,
so I will
God
next week. I
bless.
promise.
Okay, so
Yeah.
now,
So we said we're gonna like
And now
start
we're
staging
moving
in the
on.
An old
studio.
priest and a young priest.
okay, you're right. Okay, all right. Now you and your
Mine's
exorcism. What's happening?
bizarre. Like I can't even like begin to tell you or explain. Like everybody's
Okay.
what happened. I'm like, I don't know.
No, I was there.
I really
and
don't
nothing
know.
happened.
Yeah, nothing happened. So this started like a while ago. Like I had an upper respiratory infection.
Right.
And then all of a sudden,
Which
oh,
we
wait,
all
my new
have.
sho- Wait,
Yeah.
we got to go back to my new shoes. So
Oh.
it was like my feet started hurting. I'm like,
We all could use a new pair of shoes,
we need
right?
new shoes because you buy them for the kid. Like I just bought new shoes for the
Always.
kid.
Kids should get new shoes.
$200.
Oh
Man,
no.
I'm glad I don't have teenagers yet.
So I'm using the same shoes I had for like 5 years.
Yes.
Right? Yeah, you do. Right.
So I found these pair of shoes in my garage, And I'm like, where'd these come from? I don't know if somebody left we all wear the same size in my house. I don't know if they were my mom's, my nieces, but I put them on, they fit, they're great. So I'm like, look at my new shoes, Kathy. Like,
she was
we
so
even did a
proud.
video.
Do you believe it? Just went out in my garage and there's all these new shoes.
The shoe fairy stopped
So
by.
she was like, they fit perfect. Aren't they cute? I was like, they really are. I can't
Super
believe
cute.
it. Yeah, totally.
Like, I don't know if I bought them several years ago and forgot. I don't know.
I don't know, but there
I
they
started
were.
wearing them and my feet started swelling. Like really swelling.
But it was around the same
Both
time
feet.
she was also feeling sick from her cold.
Yeah,
So we
so-
didn't know if it was medicine or we didn't know.
I mean, we
Didn't
might
know.
play doctors on TV, but we are not actually doctors.
I am the
so we
queen Google
Googled
doctor.
it.
Yeah.
Queen of
Dr.
Google.
Google.
Doc. Yeah.
All right.
So I finally was like, I went to the urgent care because everything you look up and you hear is like when you have an upper respiratory and your feet swell, it's like that could be bad.
Yes.
That could be
Oh,
bad.
yeah.
Yes.
So I go to urgent care, they x-ray, they're like, your infection's gone, everything's good. Just put some compression socks on.
Right.
You'll be good. So
Shove that sausage into a casing and you're good to go.
you should be good.
Squeeze
So-
out the fluid.
It's like Spanx for your feet.
It is not pretty. It is so not pretty when you take those off.
Oh no. It's like a life raft exploding.
Are you talking about the Spanx or are you talking about the compression socks? Because I feel at this point I'm
Yes.
both. Okay,
Yes. So, long story short, so I go to my primary, I go to this doctor, that doctor, because it's like nobody can figure out what's wrong.
Right.
And then they're like, well, we think you might have tore a tendon or. So then they take me to the doctor, this other doctor, and they're like, no, we think you might have blood clots. So then they sent me to an emergency
Oh, she
ultrasound.
called.
It was everywhere.
She called me crying. She's
I
like,
was
I am so
freaking
sorry. I'm like,
out.
why are you sorry? I'm like, go
You're
to the
right.
emergency
Go,
room.
go.
They're like,
right.
I was like, can you schedule it after my shift? And she's like, do you realize this could be a blood clot? And I'm like,
yeah. But I have a contest.
I'm like, I have things to do.
Right.
Again, let me just get a brace. I got things to do.
Yeah.
So I get that came back clear.
Excuse me.
And then, so they're like, okay, well, let's schedule for you for an MRI. It was a couple weeks out. Just in the meantime, kind of rest your foot, keep them propped up. So I'm in this studio. It was like 1:20, I want to say, because you had just gotten
Yep,
here.
yep.
And I'm like, gosh, my feet are hurting. So I put my foot up, just, like you normally do,
Yep.
because I'm going to put my feet up and rest. The minute I did, there was a pop. And I mean a bad pop.
Oh.
And then it instantly swelled. And Kathie and Jane walks in, and I was like, guess who just broke her ankle? And she goes, who, Jenny?
I go,
How can
my immediate, I go, oh no, Jenny D. That's what I was like. I mean, like, because you guys, when it's raining, it is pouring.
Oh, yeah.
Like the clouds are over here. So I'm like, Jenny D, because how is she going to break her ankle?
She's in a
We're on a flat space the size of this
sitting.
table.
I'm literally
Right.
sitting.
And she's like, no.
I really
guess
appreciate it.
Yeah, you're welcome. She goes, guess again. I go, like, and she's like, she
like
points,
me.
and I'm like, what now? And
Yeah.
she's like,
Yeah.
and so then I'm trying to realize, because I've broken my,
Yeah.
and I'm like, is her body in shock right now? What is happening? What kind of Tammy is talking to me?
Yeah,
because
right.
like, is
Yes.
she going numb? Is she going crazy? Right? And so I'm like, lean back on the chair, and it was just wild. And your foot
Yeah.
just started swelling. And then we tried to scoot her out, and there were fans in the hallway with electrical cords.
I
We couldn't
know.
get her chair over
Yeah.
the cords, so we almost dumped her.
There's video on that too. And to say it was Tammy in shock, yeah, because I was shaking,
You were
and I was
definitely
like, I don't know
shaking.
what's going on. I couldn't put weight on my foot. I mean, it was so weird. So yeah,
It was so
thankful
weird.
for you and
So
everybody
we-
that wheeled
we
me out
scooted
to
her
my
out
car.
to the car, and then of course she drove,
I did.
to the ER.
I got yelled at for
yeah.
that.
And it
But
was her
anyways.
right foot.
Right,
That's the thing is, like,
But I have cruise control.
well, that helps.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. We don't want to talk
And, you're
about that.
and I'm the one
So-
you thought would be the
Right.
broken one.
Now I know. Now
the
I know
long
not
story-
putting anything past either of you.
Yeah.
They think I may have tore a couple tendons. So I got my MRI this morning, and now I got to wait for the results.
I'm
I
hoping
still
for
don't
the
know what's
best.
going on or why or how or what this
Isn't that
started.
amazing, like,
or-
how it takes so long for them to, like, give you, like, they're like, here, go into a brace. And then we'll let you know in, like, a month when it's already healed.
Yes.
So I don't feel so bad about getting my own brace. Dr. Googling it over here.
It's just hard though. It's not like I mean, that's what everybody's been saying. It's like, were you playing football? Were you da da da? No, I literally was doing nothing.
So to
Like,
me, I would want to
don't
know why. Why would my tendons just snap like that? Like, what's happening? Am I, like, that's where.
Well, we all put
Well,
our feet up on that little thing. Like,
all of it.
Yeah, I know, right?
We all do.
Exactly.
I
It's
don't know,
comfy.
but here's my bigger thing, ladies, and this is just how much I love you both. Like, like there was a time where I was going so much that I broke it twice before I really broke it. You
Yeah.
know, like there's a reason why I have a scooter. You know, there was times like where you just keep going. And so like, I always say, like, the universe gives you the warnings before they give you a real warning. And so I just want to talk to you both about having a good summer. I just want to let you know.
Wow.
There's a way to
This
get
is like the mom
control
talk
of
right now,
it.
right?
It's like,
Yeah.
because I look at it like, oh my God, looking outside the fishbowl. I'm like, ladies, we got to get ourselves together. Like, we got to say
Yeah.
no to schedules and more to yourself.
There is truth to that because
There's a lot.
I have injured myself multiple times. I got my MRI this morning and no joke, and they're like, Tammy, welcome back. Thanks for keeping the lights on. I'm like, yeah, it's a yearly exam here for me. But it is true. Like, I'll get to the point where you go, and you just don't think, and you're stressed out, and you're just completely
But the universe
gone.
gives you hints.
And it does.
Yeah.
And it will, like, if you don't take that break, it will slow you
like
down.
you
I don't
trying
feel
to
like
be
it's a
out
hint.
there.
I don't feel like it's a hint. I feel like we just
It's
got
a punch in the face.
slapped
You-
across the
right.
face. Yeah.
How many times do you want to get slapped? Like, I got slapped. I don't even remember what I did. I think I was just coming down the stairs one time and I missed the stairs because I was so tired or something. And then that was like a hairline fracture. And then it was one of these, well, that's all right. Put a boot on that you ordered on Amazon and it's going to
Yeah.
heal. And then it turns into, well, you know, you still didn't fix your schedule. You still didn't start helping yourself get more sleep, Kathy. And now guess what? You have fallen again. And now this time it's hurts a little more. Like, and then that still wasn't enough. Like, I'm just telling you both. I know that you say to me, where am I supposed to find it? But I just need you to take your bubble baths more and get yourself centered more.
All right, don't
I
do
know what
bubble
our
bath.
I
next
know,
video
but whatever
is
it
gonna be.
is.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna get an inflatable pool and fill it, and we're just gonna go sit outside.
Could
I like
you?
it.
with the
Could
geese,
you?
Right.
and
Could
you guys,
you?
we're just gonna we'll let Kathy do
I've
her
got
show.
a pretty
I
big
don't know.
bathtub.
I just feel, you know, I love you
Be like,
both.
Kathy, you said that we needed to do this. Now it's your turn to sponge bath.
Yeah.
us.
I would.
Exactly.
I would.
Bring us our
actually.
drinks.
I would. I feel like you both deserve this a lot.
grapes,
Oh my
the
gosh.
fan.
See, now you're hurting yourself. But and oh my gosh.
I laugh, but you're 1,000% correct.
Yeah.
And
Right.
what's interesting is literally, I want to say, in the middle of this all, when it was starting to hurt and before I actually had the snap,
Right.
I told everybody in my life, I'm like, I have to stop.
Right.
I have to take a break from a lot of things.
Right, like you
things
were
that
taking a
aren't
break from-
necessary. I
right.
take a break from the band.
Right.
Just because I'm like, whoa, I've got to breathe for a moment right now because I'm feeling like I'm constantly rushing. I'm
Don't
like
you feel
literally
like
rushed
selfish
from
when
one
you
thing
say
to
that
another
stuff
thing.
though? Like, and I know it's
It was
stupid.
Yes,
horrible.
and I want you to practice
horrible.
it. How many
Yeah.
times have we been through this boundaries? How many times have we been through this? I want you to stand up for yourself.
You can do it. If I can do it, you can do
Toughest
it.
woman
feel
I
like
know,
it's
but
like
not
for
when
like
it comes
20
to herself.
I feel like
She
for
kills
20
me.
years she's been telling me this.
I know. Oh my god. I feel like that. That's why I yell at her
Now
now.
she's got 2 kids.
Yeah,
to
that's
talk to.
Jenny, remember that little lecture I gave you? Give it to Tammy.
Oh, we'll just
I
take
just I
turns.
love you
Thanks
both.
for coming to my
Right.
Kathy
You're
talk
welcome.
right now.
You're right.
But it's true. It
You're
is
gonna
so
get
true.
better, and before you know it, the weather. But I just, this summer, I want you to be like, we're gonna, because it's gonna be crazy. So, anyways,
Oh, I'm angry.
yeah.
Because I did want to go paddle boarding and swimming. And I'm like, this boot's
Well,
gotta
you
come
might
off.
have something where they go, oh, it's a tendon, and so you can have it in
I'm
the water.
hoping, 'cause the
You
boot's
might
been
have
helping.
something where I don't know, without some
Yeah.
sort of X-ray,
Say,
the bubble,
yeah.
Bubble wrap. Bubble wrap.
Bubble wrap. I feel like
Bubble
bubble
wrap.
wrap. Like they probably do sell like bubble suits. Like, you know what I mean? Like
They have the bubble balls.
they have compression
We'll
socks.
just roll
in
you down
them.
there. Roll you down.
They've got like there are braces on everything, so you can't get it. It's like
I
that
feel like
Final
you need
Destination
that.
movie when he's trying to think of
Oh.
everything that could hurt you, and we're like, yeah,
But
it's coming for me.
let me tell you, when I went in for my MRI this morning, no spoilers or anything, but the first thing out of my mouth was just a fair warning. I did watch the new Final Destination movie. I'm not happy
So
to be
are all
here.
these plugs, are they all plugged
Yeah,
in
it's-
properly?
yeah,
There's no
exactly.
shorted electrical.
it
right.
was good though. That was actually like I was
a
very
good movie.
interested because
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of horror movies lately that are terrible.
Yeah.
but that one
No,
was
that
good.
was
But
good.
you do leave thinking of everything.
Here's my thing. That was 2 hours where you guys just kept yourself in anxiety mode. You could have taken that 2 hours and gone for a nice walk, gone done the bath, done a Jenny time. You know what I'm saying?
I got a lot
You're
of steps in
Tammy.
because I kept checking everything before I went to sleep. So I feel like at some
All
point
right,
I
well,
did,
then you
I did
equaled
some
out.
of the exercise that was necessary.
There
to
you
really
go.
get-
You're living in this fight or flight. It's killing me.
Oh, that's
yeah.
funny. Yeah. You know, it's funny is because I actually just downloaded a new audiobook. And I know it's been like number one for like forever, but the Let Them theory.
What is that?
Mel Robbins. So I've been listening to that on the
Anything
way.
Mel
And it's
Robbins,
funny that you brought that up because
Yeah.
it is like about slowing down and not being all anxiety.
Well,
ridden.
you don't
so
have
it's been
to
helping
be-
me driving to work.
Well,
to kinda,
even around here, you can say no.
That was some serious eye contact there.
I don't want to sit in the middle.
Mommy and mommy are fighting, and I'm just trying to eat dinner over here by myself.
Look, sometimes you need hard truths. I love you both, and I love you more than so that's it all. But yeah,
It is true.
so
But it's like you don't have to be everything to everyone. It's like I feel like that's
people are gonna do what
yeah.
they're gonna do
Yeah.
around you. So worry
Yeah.
about
Yep.
you and those around you, and it starts with you, moms.
And you got to be around. Look, and I'm talking.
I got you.
How
on
am I
the boat.
jumping on this? She's gotten to me, so now I'm getting to
I was
you.
gonna say, there we go.
You got to take care of yourself before
Yeah.
you take care of others.
The power of vulnerability.
Oh God, you did tell me, didn't? Weren't you the
power
one
of
that
what?
taught?
Brene
Power of
Brown.
vulnerability.
Power of vulnerability.
Oh man, I need to go. Apparently, I didn't learn the first time. I need to go re-listen
Don't you
to it.
feel guilty shutting the door and taking time for yourself? No.
Yes. No.
I really do. Well, and it's hard because I think my kids have they are really good at that guilt.
Oh yeah,
You know what I
yours-
mean?
I wonder where they learned that.
I don't know.
Really strange.
It's
very
it's
strange.
super weird. It's random, from anywhere.
See,
But yeah,
for
it is.
me, when I sit down, all that goes through my head is all the things I could be doing.
Yes.
All the things that need to be done that aren't getting done. That
Yes.
as soon as I'm done relaxing, I got to get up and do them again.
Yeah, we all have
So
that.
I can't.
That is right.
I can't shut that off.
The way you have to find a way because it's
Yeah.
killing you. No.
Not comic book. No.
Telling you, inflatable
Look, I don't
pool.
have all the answers,
Inflatable pool,
obviously,
yeah.
right.
We're just gonna
No.
put it in the studio.
Oh, there we go.
We're not allowed to have food or drinks anymore in there because we had one
We
day.
got in trouble.
We got in trouble because I didn't have a lid on my cup. So let's get a whole pool full of water and put it in there. We'll get bubbles. And then make sure, because even though it is a small baby pool, we'll have to get wings. Because
Right,
we're-
so they can get it.
little floaties.
There was one day I came in and somebody was in the studio, and there I came in with my open soda right into the studio, like, hey, and my bags were, how they are. And I
yeah.
was like, and this thing could have been flopping out, and I was just like, horrible timing, Kathy, of all the people to be standing in here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we did one as a joke, a video as a joke of the Diet Coke where I was chugging the
Oh,
2-liter.
went crazy.
Oh, man.
Went crazy.
I got in trouble for that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Jenny's fault.
Right, yeah.
Fair.
Thanks, Jenny.
You're welcome. Ruined it for everybody. Now there's signs up in every studio.
There really are. But we do have that empty space, and I think a little baby pool would be nice and cute and definitely set off a lot of people.
Yeah. How did all three of them get fired on the same day? No idea.
Nope. No.
We had,
They didn't just bring that much water around the electronics.
no, for a
They
whole
brought-
especially because in our offices right now we're having leaks in the ceiling too. So at least we know they'd be able to clean it up, and they already have the blowers.
Yes, they would. But speaking of,
But then I can't go through the hallway again.
Yeah.
Speaking
true.
of those leaks, really fast before we say goodbye. I want you to know when it gets later in the day and there's nobody here in the building and stuff. I think about that spider that you haven't found. So when the water happened and stuff, it kind of unearthed some sort of predator that lives in our walls.
And
big.
so Tammy sees it. Okay,
Tammy
first
saw
of all,
it.
took a picture of it. I
Yes.
had time to do that, but didn't kill it. She was going to try to be humane and take it outside.
Because it was so big. Obviously, it would squished it. You would have heard it squishing. It was a big.
it was
How
big.
big? What do we? With
Oh,
his
it
legs?
was that big. It was a.
So we can't
was a good-sized
find
spider.
said spider.
No, he disappeared back into the walls.
But he
But I
was
told
just.
her, I was like, maybe he just thinks he's our coworker. He's like, I've been working here for years. What are you
Right.
guys doing?
I know,
Like,
right?
why are you trying to kick me out now? Like, I've been doing my
Right.
job.
and why
Maybe
did you
he's
make
up
it so
there-
I can't eat and drink in the studio? Like,
Yeah.
why,
Right.
Jeez.
Maybe, but yeah, I'm just I keep thinking is he in the tile right now? And I just
It's not all your stuff that it fell into when she was trying to do her Mother Teresa.
That's true.
humane-
It went into your stuff.
went into my
right?
stuff.
And you have
So
a
that-
lot of stuff over there, stuffed
But
animals.
when he
Jenny's
tried,
Funhouse.
when he tried
Jenny's
to
Funhouse.
run, I'm the one that tried to finally kill it because I'm like, oh, you're not going to run. So if anybody, he's going to
He's
come after,
coming
it's
for
coming
you.
for me.
And you can't move as fast these
And
days.
Maybe that's why. She
Yeah.
thinks she actually did it herself, but he was underneath that little cabinet biting her, going, oh, "Who's laughing now?"
Oh my gosh, what if it is a
That
spider
could've been.
bite? Oh!
The revenge. We have come full circle, girls, and that's
We
how you
figured
do
it out. Yay! Again, we're not actual doctors, so yeah, don't take
But
our
I
advice.
did have a bump on my foot.
Oh!
Tell me you're joking.
I'm not joking.
Tell me you're
I'll show you the scar. Like it like raised up like a bump and then
Oh.
What if the spider
if
was
that
in your
was it?
shoe the whole time?
Oh, that's
And then it was just hanging out with you, and then it chose to bite you at that moment, and then it was gone.
okay. He's too big to just be hanging in the shoe. I would
Well, he
think
just
I
would have been
know. I
chilling
don't
on
know.
the. I don't know, but yeah.
I don't know. There's a lot of wires underneath there. We
There
wouldn't have
really,
seen
we
him.
wouldn't have seen it. It's
We don't
dark
crawl
under
underneath
there.
there.
No, why
That's
would
why
I
we
go
should
under there?
have something happen so that we make our engineer go crawl underneath here and see if she finds him.
I'm now officially not gonna sleep tonight.
Final destination.
I'm just glad because I get to go home and I don't have to go back in the studio today.
Yeah, I'll be there alone tonight alone. Thank you. Thank you. This is gonna be great.
We should name him. What are we going
Oh
to
my
name
God.
him?
Terror? I don't know.
Norm. Let's name him
No.
Norm.
Why? Of course you'd
Sup,
want to go
Norm?
nice. Befriend the killer.
Well, I was gonna let him go
Well, let's
till
see
I
what
looked
that
him up
gets
and
you.
what he was.
What did people think he was? They said he
Well,
was.
some people were saying a wolf spider, some were saying a brown recluse, somebody was saying something I can't pronounce, and all of them had venom.
Yeah, that's
So
good
I
news.
got the bug app that you download and you can identify, and I can't remember what it was. It was,
But it was like
yellow
mildly,
bellied something.
it's
I don't know.
mildly
Has mild
venomous.
venom, yeah. So
Right.
it's like a wasp sting.
But that's fine. It
basically.
has nothing to do with the venom. It's just this. It's just the venom.
He was
Yeah.
big.
Yeah.
Here, I'm
Yeah.
not out in the woods. It's like this is city life.
He's crawling around where I'm working.
Really? They got a new tenant.
Right, exactly. So stay tuned for the KOSI Studios.
You guys have an amazing week, and please just be safe.
Yes.
And if you hurt
some
yourself,
time for
apparently, take
yourself.
some time
Take
for
a bubble
yourself. The universe is warning you as well. Thanks for coming to our Kathie Talk.
I'm glad we could do it. And goodbye.
Bye.